You've been fighting the wrong enemy your whole life. Blaming the world. Blaming your past. Blaming people who never believed in you. But here's the truth, most men are too weak to accept. Your greatest enemy has always been you. Every single morning, two versions of you wake up. One version wants comfort. The other wants greatness. One wants to sleep in. The other wants to rise. One wants excuses. The other wants results. And every decision you make feeds one of them. This enemy doesn't attack you from the outside. He lives inside you. He sounds like you. He thinks like you. He knows all your weaknesses because he is your weakness. He doesn't scream, he whispers. Tomorrow, you're tired. You deserve a break. Just this once. That voice feels reasonable. That's why it's deadly. This is not a loud war. There are no explosions. No applause. No witnesses. This is a silent war fought in the dark. When the alarm rings and no one is watching. When the gym feels heavy and quitting feels logical. When the work is boring, lonely, and painful. That's where destinies are decided. Champions are not built on stages. They are built in isolation. In uncomfortable mornings. In painful nights. In moments where discipline matters more than motivation. You don't lose because you're incapable. You lose because you negotiate with weakness. You sit at the table with your excuses. You listen to your fear. You protect your comfort like it's your identity. But hear this clearly. You cannot build a powerful future while protecting a weak past. Something must die. The excuses must die. The laziness must die. The victim mindset must die. The version of you that survives but never wins, he must die, because survival is cheap. Anyone can survive, but greatness demands blood. This war is brutal because it's personal. You know exactly what you should be doing and you're not doing it. That gap between who you are and who you could be. That gap is pain. Most men try to escape that pain. They numb it with entertainment. They hide in distractions. They drown it in comfort. But strong men do the opposite. They walk straight into the pain. They face it. They use it because pain, when embraced, becomes power. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. You are not stuck because life is unfair. You are stuck because you keep choosing the easier version of yourself. Every day you delay is a decision. Every excuse is a decision. Every time you say later, you are choosing weakness. And weakness compounds. One missed workout becomes 10. One wasted day becomes a wasted year. One excuse becomes a lifestyle, and one day you wake up older, heavier, tired, wondering where your fire went. It didn't disappear. You buried it. This is the moment where weak men turn away. They get offended. They get defensive. They say, "This is too harsh." But kings lean in, because deep down, you know this is true. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another plan. You don't need another excuse. You need a decision. A decision to stop negotiating with the enemy inside you. A decision to stop protecting comfort. A decision to stop lying to yourself. This is not about becoming perfect. This is about becoming relentless. Relentless in discipline. Relentless in effort. Relentless in standards. Because the man you could become is watching you right now. And he's asking one question. Are you finally ready to fight? Not against the world. Not against other people, against yourself. This is you. vs you. And the man who wins this battle wins everything. It doesn't attack you violently. It doesn't knock you down in one blow. It sits beside you quietly and kills your potential one soft decision at a time. Comfort tells you lies that feel good. You've worked hard. You deserve rest. There's always tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And one day you wake up wondering how life passed you by. Comfort feels safe. That's the trap. Nothing powerful grows in safety. Muscles don't grow there. Discipline doesn't grow there. Confidence doesn't grow there. Kings are not built there. Comfort creates weak men with strong opinions. Men who talk big but move slow. Men who dream loudly but act quietly. Look at your habits. Be honest. Are they sharpening you? Or slowly dulling you? Because every habit is either building you into a weapon or turning you into a liability. Easy choices feel good right now. Scrolling instead of training. Sleeping in instead of rising early. Escaping instead of facing responsibility. But easy choices always send the bill later. Hard choices hurt right now. Waking up tired. Training when your body screams no. Working when no one claps for you. But hard choices pay you for life. Most men avoid discomfort like it's danger. But discomfort is not danger. Discomfort is the signal that growth is happening. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Pain sharpens you. Comfort dulls you. Pain demands something from you. Comfort asks nothing and gives you nothing in return. Look at nature. Lions don't live soft lives. They hunt or they starve. Fire doesn't ask permission to burn. Storms don't apologize for destruction. Everything strong is forged under pressure. Yet modern men run from pressure. They chase convenience. They worship ease. They build lives designed to feel good, not to be strong. And then they wonder why they feel empty. Comfort creates boredom. Boredom creates distraction. Distraction creates weakness. And weakness creates regret. Regret is heavy. Heavier than discipline. Heavier than pain. Heavier than hard work. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Ask yourself this. Where in your life have you chosen comfort over growth? The body you want, comfort stopped you. The money you want, comfort stopped you. The respect you want, comfort stopped you. Comfort convinces you that average is enough. That survival is success. That staying the same is safe. But safety is an illusion. Because while you stay comfortable, the world keeps moving. Others are training. Others are learning. Others are sharpening themselves. And comfort slowly turns you irrelevant. You were not built to be comfortable. You were built to be capable. You were built to carry weight. To endure pressure. To rise when it's hard. But capability requires suffering. There is no growth without resistance. No strength without struggle. No respect without discipline. Comfort steals all three. This is why the strongest men willingly choose hard paths. They wake up early. They train hard. They work in silence, not because they enjoy pain, but because they hate weakness more. They understand something most men never will. Comfort is addictive. Once you taste it, it wants more. More sleep, more ease, more excuses. And the more you feed it, the weaker you become. You don't need a more comfortable life. You need a more demanding one. A life that demands discipline. A life that demands focus. A life that demands effort. Because demand creates growth. If your life feels stuck, if you feel unfulfilled, if you feel like you're capable of more, it's not because you lack talent. It's not because you lack opportunity. It's because you've been comfortable for too long. Comfort is not neutral. It is destructive. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to leave. So make a decision. Choose the harder road. Choose discomfort. Choose discipline. Choose the pain that builds you, because the man you want to become does not live in comfort. He lives on the other side of it. You already know the truth, that's what makes it hurt. You don't need another motivational speech. You don't need another book. You don't need another plan. You need honesty. Brutal, uncomfortable, relentless honesty. Because deep down, you already know what's wrong. You know exactly why you're not where you want to be. It's not bad luck. It's not the system. It's not other people. It's the lies you tell yourself every single day. Small lies. Comfortable lies. Lies that feel harmless in the moment. I'll start tomorrow. I'm tired today. I'm not ready yet. This is just who I am. Those lies don't feel dangerous, but they compound. One lie becomes a habit. A habit becomes a lifestyle. A lifestyle becomes your identity. And one day you wake up years older, still stuck, still waiting, still disappointed. Truth hurts, but lies rot. Truth burns fast and heals clean. Lies decay slowly and poison everything. That's why most men avoid the truth. Because it demands responsibility. Truth says, this is your fault, and that means it's your job to fix it. Lies say, it's not your fault, and that's why nothing ever changes. A man who cannot be honest with himself can never lead himself. And a man who cannot lead himself will always be controlled by emotions, by circumstances, by other people's opinions. Look at your life, not the image you show the world, the real one, the quiet moments, the habits no one sees, the choices you make when there's no pressure. That's who you really are. You don't become strong by talking about discipline. You become strong by practicing it. You don't become successful by dreaming. You become successful by executing. And execution requires honesty. Honesty about your weaknesses. Honesty about your laziness. Honesty about your wasted time. Most men say they want success, but their habits scream comfort. Most men say they want change, but they protect the very behaviors destroying them. They lie to themselves, because the truth would force them to act, and action is painful. Action means waking up earlier. Action means working when you're tired. Action means sacrificing pleasure for progress. So instead they lie. They scroll instead of building. They complain instead of improving. They fantasize instead of executing, and then they blame life for the results they earned. Let me say this clearly. Your results are not a mystery. They are a mirror. They reflect your discipline, your focus, your standards. If you don't like what you see, don't argue with th.